Hey guys, so I'm going to be covering the weekly WODs for December 15th to December 20th. First day we got on Monday is Bear Complex. This is one of my personal favorite workouts, more of a strength bias workout. You'll notice that it does get the heart rate up pretty high when you're doing it, but more based on the strength component of it, and definitely grip strength is a huge component. Last time we did this was June 16th, so definitely check back into your books to see what you did for your 5 rounds. If you haven't done it ever before, definitely pace it out. Make sure that you are starting lower, but not going too heavy at the next set because it will kick your butt. Goal of this is to do 7 sequences of the following: one power clean, one front squat, one push press, one back squat, followed by one push press once it's on your neck to bring it back around. You're going to be doing that 7 times in a row. That counts as one set, and you're doing 5 total sets. So if you're not clear by this, listen to the coach. They'll kind of guide you through it, but it's pretty simple once you get going with it. As always, you're going to be increasing the weight as you go through it. Start light. Do not, for the men, don't start with 135 pounds for your first set, 95 for the ladies. It's too much. Don't be a hero. Definitely get your body moving even after the warm-up with the coach. I usually start out with around 75 pounds. Sometimes even just the bar is enough just to get your body through it. The key component here is I want to focus on, especially for the more advanced people, is you cannot rest with the bar on the ground during your 7 sequences. You can rest on the back, you can rest in the hips, but you cannot put the bar down between. That means it is too heavy. This is a huge grip component or huge grip strength component towards this workout. Now I see a lot of people always resting on the ground. It's not how it's supposed to be done. It's a touch and go between your sequences. So when you come down to do your first power clean from that last push press, make sure that it's a fluid motion right into your power clean. I do always allow thrusters, whether it be from the back or from the front. So you can do thrusters if you're comfortable with that. So you are combining the front squat to the push press or the back squat to the push press, and that's completely fine as well. So big thing for this is just key thing. Make sure your form is there, or you don't go too heavy. You're gonna regret it pretty quick. On Tuesday, focus here is snatch. The different levels. Everyone's doing twos. So squat snatch, power snatch, and then hang power snatch. They're beginners. Metcon doesn't look like a lot, but as you know, if you've done this before, it is not a fun one. But we want to see you guys in here for this. It's a 2,000-meter row for time. This is one of those workouts I want you guys falling off the rower when you're done. Do not go 100% at the start. This is not the goal. You need to pace this, and you need to understand pacing for the rower. Average time is looking around 8 minutes. Hopefully, for the men, you're in the 7-minute range. I've seen some people in this gym in the high sixes. That's awesome. There's even a couple I've seen in the low sixes. There's 1 or 2 people that have really impressed me on the rower. So at the end, pick it up. I want you just 100% at the end. Do not go 100% at the start, or it's going to be too much for you, especially that time frame. On Wednesday, we have our back squat testing. So we're going to be doing testing no matter what level you are. If you're advanced and you have done this before, you've been here for a long time, you are going to be testing your 1RM. All of these different levels you'll see are rest as needed. I don't care if you rest 4 minutes between your sets. If you're hitting heavy loads, you do need to rest. For the beginners, your rest does not need to be as long. So it's 4 sets of 5 only, and then for the intermediate is the sets of 3s. So I don't want you guys maxing out. The coaches will be very diligent with this unless you have past experience lifting heavy with your back squats. It is very important that the beginners do not try to max out on this. This is not the goal of that at all. You need to build up a foundation before you even touch that kind of stuff. Metcon, very long time since we've done this. Couldn't even find it on my workout tracking sheet. That goes back over a year. So I'm not actually sure the last time we did Karen. This is after your back squats. So you're going to have some time to kind of rest your legs. But as you guys know, this is not just legs. It's a lot of cardio. It's a lot of shoulders. I'm going to give you guys some rest on the next couple of days for your legs. So don't worry about that. It is a 150 wall balls 4 time. I'm going to show you guys a quick video later with Ryan, and I'm going to be describing different ways to approach this and different ways of actually getting your wall balls better, because I've seen a lot of people with the high volume of wall balls just not doing proper form and not getting much out of it. So 12-minute time cap. This is going to be a firm time cap. You guys should not be doing this over 12 minutes. Otherwise, either one of two things: your ball is too heavy or you're going for the wrong height. So we'll modify that accordingly so you guys do definitely stay under that 12-minute time cap. So that's that.
Hey guys, we're back with another weekly WOD video. Next week we have Karen coming up, so 150 wall balls for time. I know we've all done wall balls before. We're going to go through a few things that might help make that 150 reps a little bit easier and stay more efficient, and hopefully hit a big PR coming into the open in the next couple months. So as we know, wall balls, we are arms length away from the wall. Biggest common fault I see is getting lazy in that squat. So when we're back squatting, front squatting, I see good, solid, strong arches, knees pressing out, back in our heels. As we get into that wall ball, especially when we get tired, I see things collapsing. If you want to come around back side. I see ankles collapsing in, knees starting to collapse, getting lazy in the middle, and coming up onto those toes. So no daily into those heels. Stay strong in the bottom. Obviously making sure we're getting depth in that wall ball. As we come up out of that squat, we want to make sure we're aggressive and have that hip opening to send that ball to save our shoulders. So there's lots of reps in this workout. Our shoulders are going to fatigue big time, so we want to make sure we use our big muscles first, save the smaller upper body muscles for later in the workout. Elbow position is another big one. A lot of us get in and we either have the basketball throw with one arm underneath. That's going to drastically change not only our shoulder fatigue, where we're going to be biased to one side, but it will also change how we squat, and we'll dump into one side. So keeping hands on either side of the ball, with elbows not out, but underneath, nice vertical line of force for our wall ball, pressing straight up to our target. So instead of being out big out wide, trying ourselves up, elbows nice and tight, eyes up, full squat, opening that hip. The last one that we're going to need to maybe try and practice, and this one will take some skill, is the timing of the catch into the squat, as well as maybe a release of the shoulders. Waiting for that ball up top, arms overstretched for 150 reps, is really going to get fatiguing. A lot of times we want to make sure that we can actually release our hands, call it maybe like the swim technique, and catch the ball back down instead of holding arms overhead, and that'll look something like this. So saving some of that shoulder fatigue from building up that lactic acid by holding them up overhead. Some things to practice and think about when we get into Karen. Simple but deadly workout. Have fun, guys, and hopefully we see some PRs.
Next day is another personal favorite of mine. You guys know I'm strength biased. Don't like my Metcons, but this is all strength. So it's all shoulders. Last time I did this was October 9th. So it's shoulder press, and it's 5 sets of 5. Followed by push press, 5 sets of 3, and then split jerk, 5 sets of 1, trying to find a max. You're not trying to PR on this. Do not expect to PR. You're doing all the work prior to this with all the shoulder press, all the push press, as well as the stuff that you did the prior day with the back squat and the Karen. If you PR, maybe, because you haven't tested in a while and you didn't come in on Wednesday, but you're just trying to get through the motions. So we're going to spend a lot of time on mobility for your shoulders on this, and the technique on the split jerk. You're going to be very warm for that once you've done your shoulder press and push presses. On Friday, we have all the different variations on pull-ups that you can see on the side here. I'm just adding in the one thing for the beginners. You guys are doing the jumping pull-ups to control descent, making sure that it's not a jump to a fall. That's not the key. You're not up, down. It's a 4-0-X-1, so you're up, and then it's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, etc. 4 seconds on the way down. That's very, very, very important. Max effort ring rows is the add-in there for you guys. You're just doing 2 sets, and then only resting 1 minute. So that's after you've actually done all of your jumping pull-ups. So what we have as well is the accessory lift, pendulum rows, pretty straightforward lift, nothing crazy. Don't be going too heavy. I don't want you guys flopping around with that. Coaches will cover that in class with you. Metcon, this is one where you can kind of go pedal to the metal. Go as hard as you can on this for 10 minutes. You can start putting in more conditioning stuff, getting ready for the open when it's coming up in a couple months. So we got 6 burpees, 8 pull-ups, and 10 box jumps there. If you don't have pull-ups without bands, I want you guys going to your ring rows for that. So there's no bands allowed at all today for the strength or for the Metcon, so make sure of that. get stronger with the ring rows. One thing I want to mention is Thomas is going to be holding a pull-up seminar in January, just like the muscle-up seminar we had a couple months ago with Sab that will sell out pretty quick. So sign up will start shortly, and if you want to get pull-ups, that is for men and women. Definitely go see him. He is very well versed with actually getting people pull-ups, so he'll be good with that. The program's already made up, so definitely a good thing to supplement with your training in class. The last day, Saturday, we've done this in the past. This is 3 little AMRAPs for if you want to call it the strength. We kind of got like 4 Metcons this day. So AMRAP 1 is the lighter version of the power snatch for 45 seconds, max effort. You're going to be loading on some more weight. You're going to be going power cleans for 60 seconds, and then you're going to be loading on some more weight, and then it's power clean and jerk for 75 seconds. So it's total amount of reps completed for that full three AMRAPs. And then your actual Metcon that day is going to be similar to our baseline workout, but different movements. We either have a 500 or a 400 meter row, depending on which sex you are, and then 50 kettlebell swings, 40 hand release push-ups, 30 toes to bar, and 20 shoulder overhead, as you can see right here. Big thing for this, go as hard as you can on this. You're probably going to have to do big chunks to break this through. I don't expect anyone to do the full thing unbroken, which it is possible, but again, just like the baseline workout, definitely pace out what you need to do, but then go as hard as you can for the stuff that you're able to do, because you're going to be done faster than you think. That's it. Other than that, guys, if you got any questions, as always, you feel free to email me, rabush@crossfitnewmarketcentral.com if you got any questions, and I'm glad to answer those. We'll see you in the gym.